Hello, I'm Sebastian Andrew. Today is a rather auspicious day. It's the 7th-month anniversary of me doing these vlogs. I started on TikTok, then I moved to YouTube, and now I'm doing both sites. Um, so there's that. I've also restarted my, whatever you call it, a blog, I guess, on Tumblr. I will include a link to that in today's explanation. And I will put the link on my profile so you can go and visit there if you like. Now, Tumblr's kind of a health site anymore. It's gone through a number of changes, but I was very pleased to see that the majority of the people that I follow there are still there and still doing what they like. Now, some of them have moved to Patreon and some of them have tried other sites as well, but they're still posting on Tumblr. So it's kind of a multi-site jump-off point, I guess, which is what I'm basically doing now is I'm collecting all the various sites that I can find to post my videos and my ideas. So we'll see what happens. Now today's video is going to be more about things that are hard to see, hard to find. It is a well-known fact that humans have very limited senses. We cannot hear a lot, we cannot see a lot, we cannot smell a lot, we cannot do a lot. There are animals and things that are much smarter and more resourceful than we are. So what I'm going to talk about today is those things that we generally cannot see or hear or find, but that we can eventually reach out to in some fashion. Now, one thing that I keep seeing is the idea that UFOs are not from outer space. People are finally coming to the understanding that UFOs have been here for a long time, a lot longer than humans have. And they are, in most cases, extratemporal rather than extraspatial. They are time travelers, or in some cases, they are dimension travelers. In other cases, like I said, they've been here for a long time, and we're only just noticing them now because we have reached a period of being able to see them or recognize them. It could be energy work, it could be mental work, it could be anything. But we as humans, and it's a very small portion of humanity, but we as humans are finding ways to reach beyond what we can see, extrasensory. That's the word I was looking for. The ESP people are starting to come out of the closets. They're starting to be more vocal about what they're seeing and what they're experiencing. So there's that. Now, for me, I've seen a lot of things. And unfortunately, I've been put down as moderately insane because of the things that I have been seeing, because I keep telling people about them. my channeling, which was misdiagnosed by the psychiatric facilities as multiple personality disorder. There's that. Okay. Then there's my ability to see spirits. And my spirits have become a little smarter than usual. I set up security cameras to try and capture the spirits that I've been seeing of late. I call them flickers because they're not really, they don't form a body. They're just, it's a moment of color or darkness or movement, and it's like a flicker of light. So I set up security cameras to try and capture the flickers. And the flickers got smart. They have started showing up where the camera cannot see. So there's that. I have to try and figure out a way to put the camera or use both cameras perhaps in one room and capture more of the room than what I'm doing now with one at one end. So there's that. But there is a way for us to work on extending our senses to becoming more extrasensory. And we can do that with practice, with focusing our minds and our thoughts to be able to see beyond what we're seeing now or hearing. Now, I suffer from tinnitus in both ears, and there are times when I will hear loud sounds, loud ringing in one ear or the other, and I've begun looking up online what that means spiritually, and I've been finding some very interesting definitions. One of which was yesterday, I think. I had a very high ringing, very short period of time in my right ear. And it was a call for attention, for one, for what I was working on at the time. I was working on an idea and writing it down. And it's the meaning that jumped out at me when I looked it up was that my spirit guides are pleased with the direction of my creativity. So I'm going to try to expand that idea and maybe build a working model or at least a proof of concept model using the technology that I can find around, like on Amazon or wherever else I can find it. So there's that. The other thing that has popped up into mind as a way to expand my abilities is using a light and sound machine. Now, I have 3 of them that I have collected over the years. One is about 30 years old, and I'm not even sure it works anymore. One is relatively new. I got it, I'd say a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. Closer to a year. And I'll bring it out and show it to you in another video. It's by Mind Alive, and it's one of their top of the line models because in addition to using light and sound to create higher brain functions, frequencies in the brain, using the brain. It also uses electrostimulation, which, if anybody who knows my history is watching this, probably getting a giggle out of it. But it's not electroshock therapy like the psychs used to use. This is it. You attach it to your earlobes, and it helps the light and the sound create the brain states that you may be trying to reach. So, like I said, I'll dig that out and show it to you in another video, and I'll dig out the manual so I can explain it a little more clearly what it is I'm trying to do. But, so there's that. We need to try to see beyond. We need to try to connect with what's beyond our current resources, our current senses. And this goes into connecting the dots that I've been talking about. But these dots are a little less easier to find, but no less powerful. In fact, in some cases, more powerful than what we have access to right now. So there's that. It's some people call it the veil. The veil is the edge of our world, of our senses, and we can reach beyond the veil and access these other entities, these other energies. So why not just remove the veil altogether and expand your world beyond? And so there's that. It's an imagine that kind of thing. So imagine reaching beyond. Reach beyond your senses, your current senses. Reach beyond the world you have now. Reach beyond the singularity that is you, and connect dots with other beings, with other energies that you can't usually see or feel. And see what you can find. Imagine exploring that. I'll see you again soon.